It is no secret that Miami's real estate market has exploded since COVID. This has led to new skyscrapers, mixed-use projects, luxury condos, and mega developments. I mean, there's over 24 new towers planned or under construction in Miami right now. It's drawn a lot of new people to the area for the tax benefits, warm weather, and lavish living. It's an international hub that acts as a gateway to some major markets, especially the Caribbean and South America. Biscayne Bay, where Miami is located, really started to take off with development in the early 1900s, leading up to the Great Depression. Over the years, Miami has been through multiple economic booms and crashes between the Great Depression, World War II, several hurricanes, and some major migrations of people to and from the area. And today, it seems we're in another boom. The mega project we're focusing on in this video is one you may not have even heard of yet, but it's already being built. Miami Worldcenter. Located in the Park West neighborhood of downtown Miami, the Miami Worldcenter project is a mixed-use development including a dozen major buildings totaling about $4 billion, all happening between the Central Business District and South Beach. It spans 10 city blocks and is split into multiple phases, some of which have been completed and some that are still under development or under review. This has been dubbed as the future of downtown Miami. So what's it going to look like? Well, there's a lot to unpack, and it's not all happening at once. The developers are all putting it together piece by piece, one building at a time. Worldcenter is not one building or even just a couple of blocks. It's basically a miniature city within downtown Miami. You could argue it's more like Hudson Yards in New York, a mega project with a bunch of different things happening. Hotels, condos, apartments, and retail will be the biggest elements of Miami Worldcenter, and it will all revolve around world-class entertainment. I'm talking new parks, museums, restaurants, bars, nightclubs. Plus, Worldcenter is located right next to a bunch of facilities in Miami, like the American Airlines Arena, multiple museums and performing arts complexes, the Port of Miami, and it's right next to Miami Central Station, which will soon offer direct access to Fort Lauderdale and Orlando. It's more than just a construction project, and it's more than just some luxury condo buildings. This will become the largest transit-oriented development in Florida. Speaking of condos, let's start off by talking about all the residential towers at Worldcenter. So far, we're looking at about 5 different towers and over 2,100 residential units for condos and apartments. Paramount Tower, completed in 2019, featuring luxury condos starting at $700,000. Paramount comes in at 60 stories tall with some phenomenal amenities. If you're looking to purchase an upscale condo in Worldcenter, it's going to be Paramount Tower. Now you've also got Bezel, which is a luxury apartment building that was already completed. Prices here for a studio start at $3,000 a month. Yikes. You've also got Cauba. One of 2 phases in this building was complete. Again, more luxury apartments, and phase 2 is currently under construction with this tower. You've also got Miami World Tower. Again, more luxury rental units and a killer rooftop pool deck, again, under construction. Now you've also got Legacy Tower, and this one's kind of unique. You're gonna have luxury condos and a hotel tower with Miami's first rooftop atrium and event space, and this is under construction. Now, we'll talk more about this in a minute, but this is going to be the very first COVID-conscious skyscraper that combines hotel, condos, and medical space all in one beautiful tower. And there's a few more buildings in the pipeline at Worldcenter, one of which is the Crosby Residential Tower. Another one, by New York-based developer Naftali, is planning 2 super tall sister towers in Worldcenter. Now, pricing and details haven't been made official yet, but supposedly these 2 towers are supposed to reach 60 stories, which is the maximum permitted for the land they purchased. This project has had a lot of moving parts, and the plans for Worldcenter have shifted a couple times. Originally, there was supposed to be a JW Marriott Marquis World Convention Center, but after COVID, plans changed. Instead, Witkoff will offer a mixed-use building featuring office space, residential, retail, and potentially hotel space, but it isn't official. They bought the land for $94 million from MDM, which was the hospitality group planning to build the Marriott Convention Center. Witkoff will be a similar complex to the convention center in that it'll basically be multiple buildings with different facilities connected in one structure. Parts of the building are still not officially approved, and that's because Witkoff has a huge problem standing in its way: the shocking decline in demand for office space. Because catastrophic losses have plagued Wall Street this year, with the worst 6 months for the stock market on record. $13 trillion wiped out in a bloody, months-long disaster, more than the entire GDPs of Japan, Germany, and the UK combined. It's not just big firms feeling the pain, but everyday investors. Because the most popular portfolio strategy is on pace for its worst year since 1936, expected to flatline in the best case, according to Goldman Sachs. No wonder a groundbreaking study last year by one of the world's largest financial firms revealed that 8 in 10 ultra high net worth individuals are already investing outside the stock market and into alternative assets like contemporary art. The New York Times wrote, "When stock markets take a dive, people look to invest in art." Not only that, it's outpaced the S&P 500 for the last 26 years by more than double. You can see why Masterworks is dealing with more demand than ever, because they let you invest in this same high-value contemporary art from legends like Picasso and Banksy, but for a fraction of the full price. Best of all, when Masterworks resells a painting you're invested in, you get a share of the potential profits. As recently as early October, Masterworks sold a painting for a 25.1% return, even as traditional markets continue trending downwards. Masterworks has done so well, there's a waitlist to join their 500,000 members due to demand, but you can skip it just by clicking the link in the description. There will also be an 11-story Citizen M hotel, which is a Dutch-based luxury hospitality group for travelers who prefer a unique stay. Now, moving on to entertainment and retail. You're going to have new options for nightclubs, restaurants, and countless entertainment options. This is all in addition to Worldcenter's residential towers that have more than 2,000 units combined. Naturally, they want to have a lot of public space for events, get-togethers, and partying, because this is Miami after all. Now, the mall at the Miami Worldcenter will be a huge shopping center and feature world-class entertainment, chef-driven restaurants, and some fascinating shopping experiences for all my shopaholics watching this video. And then you have the nearby 7th Street Promenade to bring it all together, linking the residential towers, hotels, and shopping. That kind of goes through all the main parts of the center for visitors to explore and walk around when it's a nice day out. Lucid Motors, the electric car manufacturer, will have a huge studio at the Worldcenter Mall to showcase their cool vehicles. And since we're on retail, let's not forget the World Square. an open-air retail space, which will also include a 20,000 square foot public plaza and park. The World Square is designed as a very open, central gathering place and an outdoor event space. Kind of like a big park that also has local artwork, pedestrian-friendly sidewalks, dozens of dining, entertainment, and retail options as well. Now, going back to something I mentioned earlier, here's something you probably haven't seen before. Since this is one of Miami's major developments in a post-COVID world, the Miami Worldcenter complex will feature a pandemic-ready skyscraper, which is the $500 million legacy hotel and residences I mentioned earlier. Now, in the post-pandemic world, we've seen a transition back to the old normal, but things have changed, and some things won't ever be the same again, giving way to a new normal. Some experts have even said that the COVID-19 pandemic won't be the last global pandemic we encounter in our lifetime. With this in mind, Legacy will be the world's first COVID-conscious, all-in-one residential, hotel, and medical center that could be an inspiration to future developments. This skyscraper will be one that redefines wellness and hospitality. This building is likely to be completed by 2025. All this will be run on artificial intelligence, smart systems, hospital-grade ventilation systems, and high-tech water purifiers and filtration systems. In Miami, some of the biggest concerns have been lack of green space, soaring rents, and lack of accessibility, and this development aims to change at least some of that. At Worldcenter, they're pouring $5 million into a public art initiative for public works, recreation space, and greenery around Worldcenter and the 7th Street Promenade to bring it all together so it's not just a concrete jungle of glass buildings and infrastructure. And hey, if you don't like the green space on the promenade, you can always hang out at one of the many rooftop pools that will be available at Worldcenter. So what was your favorite part? The condos? The hotels? The micro-lux rooms? Let us know. And be sure to subscribe to this channel for more interesting content on international development projects like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.